Hey Pitmasters, what is up? Today I want to find out with you guys if the butcher's favorite steak is gonna win for the picanha. Now to get the absolute best result on our steak, we're gonna be grilling on the Ophir. This thing is freaking awesome. We cooked steak on it before, it turned out amazing. And we're just gonna light it up right now and make sure that we get it really hot. I'm going to start by creating a small core fire made out of kindle. This is kind of like my Jenga tower. I'll put in 2 fire starters and light it up. Now I'm going to build up my larger fire around it. Now we need to wait until this is fully lit up and we got a lot of heat on the grill before we can start working on our steak. Meat review time. Look at this, we got this beautiful picanha, black Angus, nicely marbled, big fat cap on top, absolutely beautiful, perfect for what we're going to do. On the other hand, we got the butcher's secret steak. This is the hanger steak, and in the old days the butchers would take this cut home because look at it, it's so ugly. Man, you wouldn't give this to a customer. But do you know that most of the time when they sell you beef tenderloin, especially in these cheap Chinese restaurants, it's actually hanger steak? Because the consistency of it is quite similar. It's really tender. And look at the marbling that we've got in here. This is going to be such a great steak to eat. So if it's so ugly, the butchers couldn't sell it to customers and took it home as a treat for the family, then it must be a good thing. So we're going to clean this up a little bit, make it look a little bit nicer. First we're going to take off the silver skin. This is not fat, don't mistake this for fat. You can't eat this. But any chunks of hard fat we want to leave on, like this little piece here. It's going to render down really good. And right here, a lot of fat that's going to crispen up and taste amazing. Oh, it already looks way better. Now it looks like a proper steak, right? Now in the center there's some silver skin. Ah! Don't work doing construction at my house, so we're trying to get around the noise, but it's gone. Well, what I wanted to say is that here in the center there is some silver skin here, and that stuff, you can't eat that. Normally I would take it out, but in this case I'm gonna leave it on because then it comes closer to the size of the actual picanha. All we need to do now is sprinkle on a little bit of salt. Normally I would season my steaks with salt afterwards, but with a big beautiful roast like these, with a lot of fat on them, I want to put in salt first because it helps crispen up the fat and make it really tasty. So we'll carve into our picanha and make sure that we maximize the amount of grip that this fat has on the salt. Now get the salt on there. I want to create a direct heat side and indirect heat side. Now the wind is coming from this direction, so I'm going to take the opportunity and move some of that embers over to this side and create a lower temperature source on this side. So basically we have somewhat of an indirect heat side. First we're going to put on our picanha since it's the biggest of the two. In South America they cook their picanha over wood fire grilling, so the Ophir is absolutely perfect for this job. Our picanha is coming along nicely. The fat is crispening up. Look at that. That is looking really tasty to me. So it's time to add our hanger steak to the grill. Just set it aside, our beautiful picanha. Whoa, listen to that sizzle. I think we're gonna get a great comparison with these two. We skipped lunch, so we're gonna be eating well. We'll keep rotating and flipping these cuts of beef to make sure that we get them crispened up everywhere. And looking at for that beautiful caramelization on the meat, it's gonna taste amazing. Oh, now that's what I call hot. Only steak, but of course we need some flavor. Like a little salsa to go on top. Like a Pitmaster style chimichurri thing. I got a special ingredient actually that I want to use. Normally I use lemon juice or lime juice a lot and it has a lot of flavor, but this is yuzu juice, and yuzu juice, it kind of has that zing, that special flavor, just like a lime has. It's really good. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Oh. It's like, if you lick this, you can't control your funny faces. I just can't help myself. I'm gonna be using some of these fresh herbs to get that beautiful flavor. And I wanna make sure that I get the oregano. It gives you that Italian pizza kind of flavor. Really good stuff. And some sage. We're only going to need the leaves, so we're taking them off the stalk. Chop it fine. Chop, 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 chop it real good. And of course we need some fresh garlic as well. And we need a lot of it, don't we, Morrison?
Of course, always.
Oh, I love garlic. So we're going to take these cloves, chop them fine and turn them into a puree. Now we're going to mix these ingredients together in a bowl. First the garlic, our fresh herbs, a tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of yuzu juice, and of course 6 tablespoons of olive oil. And to finish it all off, some fresh ground black pepper. Now you can put this on when your meat is fully cooked, but that will be a little bit strong in flavor. And I have these set up on the indirect side at a low temperature because we got a beautiful crust on both of them. So I just want to take the opportunity and bross on a lot of flavor. There we go. We've got an absolute beautiful crust on our picanha as well as on our hanger steak. So we're going to take these off the grill and we're going to let them rest. Oh, look at them. Nice. Now this is the famous waiting time where everybody starts to struggle. Your mouth starts drooling, you get nervous, you get the sweats, but you gotta rest, you gotta wait. Just step away from the plate, make sure it's secured, no dogs around, no cats around, everybody gone. Step away from the plate and take some time.
We need protein.
We definitely need protein. I'm so hungry for protein. I'm gonna go with picanha first because it's like the base thing, the thing that everybody knows, the thing that everybody prefers. It's like, it's already been declared the winner by most of you guys. So we're gonna slice into it first, we're gonna taste it first, and then we get to the hanger steak. Ooh. Ooh. Looking good. Oh, it smells so good. This garlic, it's crazy. The whiff of the garlic together with the beef, man. There's a little bit of silver skin under the fat of the picanha. Not many people talk about it, but it's definitely there. And it's really strong, so when you bite into it, you get that tough silver skin with the fat on top. And even though I like picanhas a lot, that's the minus part of the picanha. That's like the downside. On the other hand, you get so much beef flavor. It's just fantastic. Now it's time for our hanger steak. So let's carve it up. We definitely see a different structure straight away. Look at that. It's completely different. We see that the structure is almost like brisket. You see that? The smell is fantastic, but only one way to find out how it tastes. Whoa, the crust is just crazy. We put on a crust and it looks a little gray on the outside, and it's definitely gray on the outside, but the crust, man, it's fantastic because it's so tender and so juicy and there's so much fat at the same time. Wow, this is just mind-blowing. I just want to give it one more try with the picanha. Even though we cooked the picanha technically a little bit better, where it's more pink and more juicy, still, it has less flavor, it has less power. Where the hanger steak is really powerful and really flavorful. Don't get me wrong, but the hanger steak is just, it's bold, it's beefy, and of course with a little bit of additive of our flavors, our salsa. It's a little less fatty because you don't have the fat cap that you have on the picanha, but it definitely stands out. And man, let me tell you, with the current pricing, you're better off with a hanger steak. Of course, Pitmaster privilege. Take a nice cut of bread and dip it into the juices on your board. That's where the good stuff is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the beef battle. And if you like these battles, let me know down below in the comments, and if you liked it, give me a big thumbs up. I want to say a special thank you to all of my patrons and my YouTube members. You guys freaking rock. Hey, listen up, if you're looking for some merchandise, here it is. Pitmaster X merchandise is down below in YouTube on the video, so definitely check it out. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then, eet smakelijk and keep on grilling.